Leet code 6. Zigzag conversion. The string PayPal is hiring is written in a zigzag pattern on a given number of rows like this. You may want to display this pattern in a fixed font for better legibility. So 3 rows. PayPal is hiring. And then read line by line. PHN APLSIGYIR. So we'll get a string and the number of rows. So example 1, we just saw it. And example 2 is the same string but 4 rows. And you get this as the output. And it goes down. And then 1, 1, and then down. Okay. And the string length is up to 1,000. Minimum 1. And it includes commas and periods, and maximum rows is 1,000. Okay. So for this, we'll have the length of n. And then if n is less than or equal to the number of rows, or the number of rows is equal to 1, we're going to return s. So basically, if s is less than the number of rows, it's just gonna be a column of letters, and it'll turn out the same. So that's why I did that. Okay. And this letter difference is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then between this and this is 2 as well. 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 between those letters, and between, which should be the same, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one is 1, 2, 1, 2. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So from here to here is always going to be 6, and then if it's not a start, you have till 4. It's going to be less than 6. And then this one's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that means we can. Okay, so that's a pattern we can use. So we'll make a mod is going to be equal to the number of rows times 2 minus 2. So when it was 3, it was 6 minus 2 is 4. And when it was 4, it was 6. So 8 minus 2. And then if we visualize the 5th row, that should be 8. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4 down, then 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Yep. Alright, so that works for that. And then we need an alternate for these other ones, which is going to be, depending on what row you're in. Okay. And then we want to do this. We want to make this an array because it'll be easier to create a new array with the end result. So we'll make S an array. So we'll split that. And then we'll have the answer as an array. So we can just push to it. And then, so this alternate mod, which is 4 and 6, which will add up to the mod, will be based on the row we're in. So let's start with 0. So if we're in row 1, we start with mod times the row times 2. So mod minus 2. And then if it's this one, it's mod minus 4. So 2 times the row. And then the remaining of the mod. Okay. And we want to loop through the array. Basically, we want to have our answer array equal to. So while we're less than the length we need to reach, we'll loop through. So if start is 0 or start is equal to, what are we checking here? This is for pushing, we're adding to the array. So when start is 0, we'll be adding to it based on the mod. So it's either the first or the last. So num rows minus 1. And then we have to loop through the array for this. So we'll have I equals to start, because it could be either 0 or the last one, while I is less than n. And then we're going to increase by the mod, and then that way we can just add that. Like so. And then else, we'll have an alternate mod, which is going to be, as we said earlier, mod minus the start times 2. And we're gonna, well, the starting position, which will increase later. And what do we need now? So we need to increase start with every iteration. And now, based on this alt, we need to so we need another number, j, which will start at the start, because we can't change the start for this. And then we need to know, okay, so basically while j is less than n here, we can't use a for loop because it doesn't increase it regularly. It's either by the mod or the alternate mod. So we need another variable. Are we alternating or not? So if alt, so we're adding j here. So it's not push the array of j, right? And then if the alt is true, we're adding the alt mod to j. Else, we're adding the remainder, like so. And then every time it alternates, and we add start here, and then we're returning our answer. So basically, this start value only reaches up to the nums row before this becomes true. Because at each start we add everything. So this is big O of the nums row. Alright. Oh, we already tested it. And that's true. And that passes. Awesome. And then we can type the same thing again in Python. So we'll need the length of s. And then if n is less than or equal to the number of rows, or the number of rows is 1, return s. Otherwise, we'll make a mod variable, number of rows times 2 minus 2, an array. In Python, we can just make SOS. And then we'll have our empty array, our start. I think that's all we need. And then while the length of our answer is less than n, and if start is equal to 0 or the end one, start equals num rows minus 1. We need 2 equal signs. This needs to be a colon. For I in range. So we actually have to use everything in range here. Our initial value is actually start. Up to the length. And our increment is our mod. And then the answer will append our vi. Else, the same logic as before. We'll have our alternate mod that we calculate, which is going to be mod start times 2. And then j for our counting based on our current position in the string. And then capital for true. So while j less than n, we'll append r of j, and we're increasing j by the altmod, or by the remaining mod minus altmod. Okay, and then using alt not to change, and then is this the right indentation? Increase our start value so we loop through properly, and then we return. Nope. And it's joined together as a string. Make sure I didn't make any typos. Awesome. Zigzag conversion completed.